Today's saint, known by many as the Angelic Doctor, is one of the most influential saints that the Church has ever known. Priest, theologian, philosopher, writer of hymns, St. Thomas Aquinas has been held up by the Church as being a model teacher for seminarians and one of the greatest minds in her rich history. In 1225, Thomas was born in the former Kingdom of Sicily to Count Landulf and Theodora Countess of Theate. At first, his family steered young Thomas towards religious life, sending him to the Benedictine monastery at Montecassino at age 5, where his uncle was the abbot. However, they removed him from the abbey due to war and placed him at the Stadium Generale in Naples. It was there that Aquinas met John of St. Julian, who recruited him to join the Dominican order. His family was none too pleased. In fact, they actually had Thomas kidnapped and taken back to their home for 2 years to prevent him from becoming a Dominican. His brothers even went so far as to hire a prostitute to seduce Thomas away from taking the Dominican habit. He responded by chasing her away with a burning stick. At that point, his family gave in and allowed him to join the order. In 1245, Thomas left to study under Dominican scholar Albertus Magnus in Paris and Cologne. It was in Cologne that Aquinas actually failed his first theological disputation. In response, Albertus stated rather prophetically, "We call him the dumb ox, but in his teaching he will one day produce such a bellowing that it will be heard throughout the world." After becoming an apprentice professor and obtaining his master's degree in theology, Thomas Aquinas began writing the first of his numerous works, one of which was his commentary on Peter Lombard's Sentences. From 1256 until 1259, he served as Regent Master in Theology at the University of Paris. During that 3-year time span, Aquinas was quite prolific, authoring many works. But his greatest was still to come. In 1259, Aquinas came back to Naples and eventually started teaching in Orvieto. While there, he completed his theological work, Summa Contra Gentiles, and wrote the liturgy for the newly founded Feast of Corpus Christi. It was in 1265, when he was ordered by the Dominicans to move to Rome to establish a university there, that he began his master work, Summa Theologica, which is widely held to be the greatest summation of Catholic thought ever written. In 1268, Aquinas was sent back to the University of Paris for his second tour as Regent Master. While there, he continued work on his Summa. After leaving Paris in 1272 to set up yet another university, he began to suffer from a series of illnesses. Thomas Aquinas died on March 7, 1274, and only 50 years after his death, he was pronounced a saint. We celebrate him today, January 28th, the date of the publication of the Summa Theologica.